Hey guys, welcome back to Beardy Lumber. Matthew and I greatly appreciate you tuning in today. We're back on our Dawn Redwood project. We cut this and dried it for a customer. Now we're getting it ready to run it through our winding motor planer. So hang on just a minute. We'll come back and talk about it and get to work. Okay guys, like I said, we appreciate you tuning in. Today we're going to finish up this Dawn Redwood order for a customer. This is going to be a table or a couple tables. Not sure how many he wants to build. A pretty good stack here. I forget how many board feet. 276 board feet. That's enough to build 2 tables if he wants to. But we've got 3 sizes we're going to run through our motor planer. We cut them at 2 by 4.5, 6.5, and 8.5. And now we're going to make them true 4, 6, and 8, and a true 1.5 inches. And then we got 2 live edge slabs. That's going to be the bulk of his table. They won't go through the machine, so we'll pull our Grizzly out and we'll run those separately. Now, we've already got our machine changed over this morning to run S4S. Should be set up pretty close. Got a test piece ready to run. Let's get in here and do it. Okay guys, let's talk about our motor planer. When we come in this morning, it was set up to run tongue and groove, V-groove. That's the last thing we'd run. So I needed to transition it over to just run S4S. On this machine, it's pretty simple. You need to change your inboard and outboard cutters. We took off the tongue and groove head and we put on the straight knife S4S head. If we were running hardwood flooring, we'd have to change the top knife because it would have had the scallop cutter in it. But tongue and groove, we don't run that. So it was real simple. Just these 2 heads. Recalibrated my width based on this head, and recalibrated how far this one was behind the fence based on its radius. Went in, changed the setting on how much I want this front cutter to take off. Changed the side cutter in and out to the setting pretty close to where I wanted. I had to change the height on this head. It was at 3/4, now it's 1.6. I went just a little thicker than 1/2 inch, give him some room to sand. And we'll need to adjust this guide, and I got this one adjusted, and we'll double check this one as it runs through. Best I know, that's pretty much ready to run. We got our air turned on, the machine's ready to run. Let's get our earplugs on, turn the vacuum system on, we'll run this first board. guys, let me tell you, I was overjoyed at how this stuff runs. It's like running butter through there. Machine never even changed tone. And we're taking a pretty good bit. We went from 1.7/8 to almost 1.5 inches in one pass. And went from 4.5 to 4 in one pass. And it's perfect. I don't know if you can see the color. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but how rosy red this is. Look at that. You got red, 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 and then this is kind of out in the bark layer. It's a little more white with some red streaks in it. The rest of the pieces should be a lot more rosier red because they're closer to the heart. This was the waste pieces come off the outside, but this is gorgeous. And to say it don't weigh nothing is an understatement. I could hold that with one finger if I could balance it. It's very lightweight. It's very soft. You have to be careful with it, making a table out of it. But an old table that's got a lot of wear and tear on it is a table's been used a lot. So I really don't worry about that. I'd put a little harder finish on it, maybe a 4 or 5 coats of a good tung oil. It'll eventually get hard enough it can withstand it somewhat. So enough talking. All we got to do now is take the side cutter on that machine, pull it out to a 6-inch number, which I've already got my scale 0. So we'll just roll it out 6 inches. We're gonna run all those 6s, gonna run all the 8s behind it, and we'll come back when we get that done. Okay guys, you see this finish running, the rest of that Dawn Redwood, man, that stuff run good. The winding molder performs flawlessly. We got to the end, I had 4 or 5 2x4s that we'd missed. It was on the bottom pile. Roll that thing back into 4 inches and run them through. Now, we got 2 of these wide slabs. I wasn't sure if the customer wanted them 20 inches wide or cut in half, so we made a phone call. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut this in half, run it through our Grizzly Planer, and then he can infill the middle with 3 of these 8-inch boards and have a 40-inch tabletop. Better use of resources. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna take about a 1/2 inch off here, take that little knob off in the end, then we'll drop down 10 inches, cut it in half, make 2 equal pieces. We'll bring the other one in, do the same thing, run through our Grizzly, and be done with this project. So let's make it happen. Okay guys, we got them cut in half, had to back up and pull it a little bit. On that wood miser, the left side of the blade has got a diagonal that they built in to help hold it. So I had to put a 4x4 behind it and push it out to get beyond that diagonal, but we made it happen. One day we'll have something bigger, better, different. That won't be a problem, but we'll make do with what we got. So we got our 2 boards cut into 4 pieces. Now we're gonna run them through our Grizzly Planer and get them down to the same thickness, plus a little bit as to what these are. And we'll be done with this project. So I turn that blower on, turn this blower on, and we're gonna start running them. Okay guys, we just finished up planing our Dawn Redwood. Now, good practice. We'll do it with this machine as well as our winding molder when we get done today. We blow it out, clean it up, get all the sawdust out of it. Now this kiln dried sawdust is not near as bad as anything green. It's not as acidic, but you still want to clean your machine. And then I spray this winding product, it's called Wax Lit, on it. I don't know a good term for it. It's kind of like WD-40 for woodworking machines. It don't leave a nasty, greasy residue. This is a wax product that will not stain your wood. But this whole table is raw cast iron. If you don't put something on it in a week or two with our humidity around here, it'll be red rust. So a little time and effort now saves a lot of hard work later. Give me just a minute, we'll be right back. Okay guys, it's gonna wrap it up here today. This is a wonderful project. It's been a couple months. Go over and get that board. This is something I started on a while back. It really helps me. I can do things and forget.
December 18th.
We saw this on December the 18th, our little tag here. So this is for us,
February 26th.
February 26th. So it's been a couple months in the making. From the time we sawed it, dried it. We could have run it before we went on vacation, but the guy that it belongs to, he was in Florida working, so he wasn't gonna be back till we got back. So it worked out good. Like I said, we ended up with 1.5 by 4, 1.5 by 6, and 1.5 by 8. And then we took the 2 big live edge slabs, cut them in half, and then we run them through our Grizzly Planer. I left them 6/8 thousandths thicker than the other ones, so you have a little room to sand, because our Grizzly don't leave near as smooth a finish as the winding does, because the winding's running straight knives where the Grizzly's running the 1/2 inch carbides, and I can feel them. They're there. If you get down and really look, you can see them. So we left them a little bit to sand them off. That should be enough material for him to make 2 complete 8-foot tables out of something unique. This is a Dawn Redwood. I couldn't tell you how many people I've had on Marketplace. Well, we don't grow redwood in the East. Well, you're correct, we don't. It's not a redwood. It is a Dawn, D-A-W-N, redwood. Google it. It is an imported Chinese species. It's a hybrid between a Chinese cypress and a Chinese cedar. It looks like a cedar tree. It smells like a cypress tree. It's as soft as both of them. But like I say, it smells like cypress. It does not smell like cedar. And the color is not red like cedar. It's more of a rose. So it's something unique. If you see one in your neighborhood, you get an opportunity to saw it, I highly recommend you do it. Just know up front, it's probably as soft a wood as you'll ever saw. It's as soft as cedar, if not just a little softer. But mill's easy. It's featherweight light. There's no density there. So if you're making a table, you know, you might want to change up your finish so the finish is a little bit of a harder surface as a protector. Something like this may be a good candidate for not a deep pour, but a shallow pour table to give you that hard finish on top. Or you can just let it get beat up, and you know, my mom and dad's dining room table is beat 2 pieces. There's been a lot of good meals went across it, you know. And my dad refuses to ever refinish it. He said he likes it that way, and I do too. So, dealer's choice on that, however you want to do it. We enjoyed this project. If I had time, I'd build myself something out of this wood, but Matthew and I are just covered up with trying to do sawmilling. It's been a blessing. So, anything we're missing on this, Matthew? Like I say, it's something unique. Don't be afraid of trying something different. You got trees in your area of the world that nobody does anything with, then you give it a try. You know, we've done this with this Dawn Redwood. We've done it with this sweet gum. Sweet gum turned out beautiful. We got another one on the list. Chestnut oak around here is no good if you try to cut a board out of it. But we're going to try to do something different with it. We'll take you along for that journey one day when we get around to it. But that's going to do it on this, guys. If you got any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Be glad to answer them. Big shout out to Matthew and Solomon doing our videos. Don't forget to check out Solomon's channel, Third Beard Fishing. And for sure, by the time this video comes out, our new website will be up and running. It is Bearded Lumber NC, Bearded Lumber North Carolina.com. And we'll have hats and stickers for sale to start. We'll see how it goes. We may eventually add t-shirts and stuff, but I'll tell you up front, it's expensive to do this. So if there's interest, we'll move forward. If not, we'll back up and play. But guys, we can't do it without you. We greatly appreciate it. Our channel's growing by leaps and bounds, all because of you watching. And that's gonna do it. I promise. We're over vacation, trying to get over being sick. We're gonna get back solid, and we'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.